Shalom, shalom wa ahava, mishpachah, shalom wa ahava. Peace and love, family, peace and love. It's your Agnaraya ben Yaounde, Nerea ben Yahuda ben Yasharal. Whatever your dialect may be, may I say shalom to you all, to the whole house of Yasharal, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all 12 tribes, wherever we've been driven to the lands of our captivity. All my Bantus and Negroes, all my people across the globe, the house of Yasharal. Peace and love, family. Shalom wa'ahava. Mishpaka, I gotta send my heart out to the whole family. I gotta send my heart out to the whole family because, man, it seems like, man, we're just surrounded by hopelessness. And it's like the only thing that I can find solace in is the prophecies and the promises of the scriptures. Because when you look out here in the reality that my people are choosing to live, it is quite sad, Mishpaka. And it's full frontal. The young lady behind me, she just lost her 20-year-old son this past Friday, Mishpaka, to murder, gunfire, shot down in the street, and your men shall die by the sword. Deuteronomy 28, Mishpachah. It's all here. It's everywhere. My family just put one of my cousins in the ground today. It's sad out here. And America is still every day showing itself to be, still to be, a Beth Abadim. A Beth Abadim, Mishpachah, a house of slavery. It is, Mishpachah. One of the saddest things I could say that outside all the death, Mishpachah, because it don't get no sadder than that than a mother and a father losing their children, Mishpachah. But when I heard that young boy Andrew Wiggins, after he was pretty much told to get out and lay down, either take this vacation, take this lollipop, or you don't play in the NBA no more. And that boy came out his mouth and said, well, in order to work and in order to survive in this thing, you know what I'm saying, you got to realize that you don't own your own body. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Mm. That tells me right there, man, that young man been let down by everybody that's standing in front of him that's talking and acting like they some kind of leader, Mishpachah. I'm going to read a little something out of the book of Maccabees to show you that this spirit that's coming from these fake politicians and these athletes and entertainers that are telling you to go along with, to get along, like all the people that was probably in that young man's ear telling him, well, it's just it ain't no different than when you're going to get surgery and you taking prescription drugs, and it's been approved, and is it worth losing everything you got just to control what you put inside your body? And the man might have would have had a stronger stance if he had a stronger community. Oh, hallelujah, fire burn that. The man might have had a stronger stance if he had a stronger community. See, the boy Kyrie up there, he got a little bit more, a little bit more leg room. He done already got a championship, man. He probably done did some smart things with his money, which his father probably advised him early on in his career. I wouldn't be surprised, and I probably would be rather proud of the boy if he just said, man, well, the heck with it, I'm retiring. But I got more respect for that young boy Andrew Wiggins than I got for the other 90% of the NBA that just got down and laid down. You understand? And went along with the program of influencing your people to bow down and be buck broken by the system. But this ain't nothing new, Mishpachah. It's sad, but it ain't nothing new. That spirit of collaborator, that spirit of sellout, that snitch gene that many of these people carry. Just like, how come we gonna go out here and beat up on Kyrie, but we ain't got nothing to say about Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins been said, man, I ain't taking nonsense. You ain't lollipopping me. I don't need your vacation. I'm good. But our people, our community, so-called blacks, so-called Negroes, we ain't got nothing to say about Kirk Cousins. But then people all over TV, Whoopi Goldberg, Bib Winchon, Shaq boot licking, all these people going up against brothers like Kyrie and the boy Andrew Wiggins before he folded. But ain't nobody got nothing to say about Kirk Cousins because you're still a house slave. It's still classic cooning. It's still classic cooning. It's utterly despicable and disgusting. Makes me want to vomit even looking at half these people. That's why I don't really watch sports no more. You know what I mean? I catch up on my 49ers on ESPN and on YouTube, watch highlights. You know, same thing with the NBA. It's hard for me to watch an institution and a system that I do not respect. And it ain't even our culture. Yeah, we the ones out there making all the money, but we still ain't nothing but some high-paid slaves out there. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna come at me like you big, bad, and brave. And you can't even control what you put in your body to make your money. You ain't nobody. You's a high-paid slave. You understand me? That's what they all are. It's time to wake up, Jacob. But let's go to the book of First Maccabees. And let's start at verse 11. Chapter 1, verse 11. And we're going to read down to 13. It says, oh no, we're going to read through the 15. Sleek hard. Let's get it all. Let's get the meat of the matter and see how the same language that these bootlickers, these people that's at your job, and these people that you see telling young brothers like Kyrie Irving, your Stephen A. Smiths, and your Shaquille O'Neals, and your Isaiah Thomases, and all these people out there that want to beat up on everybody. I don't even like LeBron, but I can respect the fact that he said he ain't gonna tell Kyrie what to do. Even though he folded, he ain't gonna tell his partner what to do. I can respect that. Because even though I don't even like the man, but all these other bootlickers, you can see that spirit is of old. Verse 11, chapter 1, verse 11. In those days, lawless men came forth from Yasharel and misled many. Let me say that again. Lawless men came forth from Yasharel and misled many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the Gentiles round about us, for since we separated from them, many evils have come upon us. Ain't that what they were telling the boy Andrew Wiggins? Ain't that what they were telling Kyrie Irving? Won't you, man, you being selfish, man, won't you just do this so that we can go out here and win the championship? You hurting your team, you hurting the league. Nah, man, you hurting the system that want to use you as a high-paid tool in order to manipulate your people to go and give down and bow down and kowtow to the new beast system. That's what they want you to go out here and do. Evils have come upon us. This proposal pleased them, and some of the people eagerly went to the king. He authorized them to observe the ordinances of the Gentiles. So they built a gymnasium in Jerusalem. See, before this time period, they're running around butt naked, sweating and slopping, greasing yourself up with men and being in the same locker room and bathing and doing all that borderline lettuce, bacon, and guacamole culture madness. Won't even your culture before this time right here. So they built a gymnasium in Jerusalem according to the Gentile custom, not your custom, according to the Gentile custom, and removed the marks of circumcision and abandoned the holy covenant. They joined with the Gentiles and sold themselves to do evil. And that's what we got up in front of us, Mishpachah, a bunch of people that done sold themselves to do evil. Don't trust nobody that's up there on their television, Mishpachah. Don't trust nobody that they put in front of you. If they put them in front of you, they ain't got your best interests at heart. And all these bedwinching and bootlicking, babbling idiots that they got in front of us telling us to go along with the get along, they are not your leaders, and they do not represent your best interest, Mishpachah. Hallelujah. America is still a Bet Abadim. A Bet Abadim. A house of slavery. And with that, Mishpachah, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Kumar Yasharal. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Rise, Yisrael. Until we meet again, Mishpachah. Until we meet again. Hallelujah.